welcome back to my channel, and thank you so much for tuning in and watching my new video. Welcome back, welcome back, you guys, and thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new on the channel, my name is Ntswaki, also known as Naizagang. Please make sure that you don't leave without subscribing to the channel and join the Naizagang family, the cool family, okay? And to my oldies, thank you so much, you guys, for your love, your loyalty, your support, and everything else in between. Guys, I'm gonna jump right into this video. I've been recording 3 videos back to back because I'm like, I need content. So I'm gonna talk to you guys about this is not a book, about some of the books that I love and that have changed my life. And I don't have all the books that I really love. I've read so many books, and I never used to own books. I think I mentioned on one of my videos that I used to, have a library card and borrow books. I never believed in buying books, So now I do buy books. I do keep some of them, although technology is advanced. But I also love like a book, like to hold a book. There's nothing beats the smell of a book, But let me stop blubbing and let us jump right into the video. Follow me. So guys, the first book that I want to talk to you guys about, and I know this might be like, Ntswaki, you don't know you to be this person. I'm a bookworm, guys. I read a lot. I just haven't been as consistent because of other things, but in general, I love reading. I do read a lot. What is this? I think this was, oh my gosh, this is so old. I'll tell you guys what this is. But anyway, I use this as my book thingy. So this is a book that changed my life. It is a trio, if you guys know it. So this is not a book review video, guys. Please don't get me wrong. I'm just sharing the books that I have read that have changed my life. I can't see one of them that I'm looking for. Alright, I really can't. But I've got 3 of them. It's a Conversations with God. This is book 1, there's book 2 and 3. I read all 3 of them. If you know the author, Neil Donald Walsh, I don't even know how I stumbled upon this book or why I was so keen to read it. But after reading this book changed my life in terms of how I view religion, how I view God, how I view what's happening in the world. It actually made me very curious. So I'm not here to recommend books or anything, guys, but if you want to know what book I recommend, or if you want me to touch more and help whatever, or anything about any of those books that I'm mentioning here today, because I don't want this video to be too long, we will chat more in the comment section. I really don't mind. But this book changed my life. The way he illustrates and explains the concept of God for me in this book, that changed my life, and I really love that for me. And the next book that I really love, and I will tell you guys that, as I say, I'm a bookworm. I used to read everything but fiction, right? Fiction, till to date I cannot read fiction. I can watch fiction, but reading fiction, oh no, you're boring me. I used to read a lot of autobiographies, novels. When I was younger, I read a lot of Sweet Boo, Sweet Valley, High School. I was that type of a reader. But Danielle Steele. When I was old, of course, then my interest changed and I was more into autobiographies. But then it bored me because it's like I'm just reading about celebrities and famous people. Then I switched to reading about business people, blah 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 blah. But I'm that type of a reader. I read a bit of everything. I do have some books that I didn't bring on here, but that's okay because I don't want the videos to be too long. And my other favorite book is this book, Eat, Pray, Love. If you know this book, they even have a movie about it. This is the book also that just made me fall in love with the spirituality concept, the new age concept, if I may say so. But also just her storytelling about her telling us about her life. And if you know this book, guys, if you know this book, yeah. So this is one of my favorite books. That's why I still have it. It was actually a gift, this book. Like, I didn't buy it with my own money. It was a book, it was a gift for my birthday, and it says happy birthday Ntswaki Mokaleng, happy birthday. This is the first birthday I've spent with you in a decade. I'm so psyched about it. May your path be clear, may peace and love be with you. Lots of love. That's a former friend as well, guys. There's some like it's not a lover. And this is also a book, The Art of War. That, guys, I cannot bring myself to finish, but I really have to finish this book because it really is recommended, like highly recommended in terms of learning just to be strategic about life. It's such a hard book to read for me, but with God's grace I'll finish it someday. Okay. And the next book, which was highly recommended by my cousin when I was, geez man, I think in my early 20s. It's A Long Walk to Freedom. I cannot believe I read this book and I finished it so quickly. Also, another thing with me, when I read a book, I want to get to the end. I'm that reader, like I don't want to sit with the book forever, you know. So I finished it so quickly. I also got to understand a little bit more about politics, not a lot more, but a little bit more about politics, and especially the history between the PAC and the ANC, etc, etc. That's the main thing for me that I took from this book, besides his life, right? The Nelson Mandela Walk to Freedom. And then another book that I found interesting is this book, but this book is so hard, guys. It's so difficult for me to grasp and to comprehend. I don't know, it's so difficult. This was the first book in my life that I took to read close to a year and a half. I finished it eventually, but man, whew. Again, this is not a book review, but this is some of the books that I wanted to share with you that I read. And another book that I love also is this. I Write What I Like, Steve Biko. Yeah, you guys, this book, if anything, if you want to understand the political landscape of our country, or just go into his mind, if you want to go into his mind, and you know, this is such a beautifully written book, and also a book that I really enjoyed. This is one book I can reread. Like, you know, I don't reread books, I reference if I have to, but if I had to reread a book, it would be this one. Love it, love it, and love it. And then another book is this book. Yeah, I'm a different mess than I was yesterday. This is from the late Msizi. I don't know if you guys know him. Msizi Inkosi. He was in the, what do you call it, the entertainment industry, I think. Jeez man, I don't want to butcher him as a person, but I knew him as he was like a producer, like behind the scenes type of a guy. He was that big. And when Facebook started, he was huge on Facebook, and he literally sold us this book on Facebook, and he had a big following, and his writing is out of this world. It's amazing. It's a book about his life. He passed away, I think, 2 years into COVID. I think, was he sick or was it a car accident, guys? I don't remember. I can't remember. But this is an amazing, and he's an amazing storyteller. I love this book. This book, I would also reread it. I couldn't put it down when I was reading it. He's a brilliant writer. He's just talented. That's one thing about Mrs. is that he's talented. And the last book that I'm going to share with you guys is this book. Yeah, Marcus Garvey, The Philosophy and Opinions of Marcus Garvey. I can't find the other book. I think I brought there the Who Moved My Cheese, and Robert Kiyosaki, The Poor Dad, Rich Dad. I don't know. I know I have copies of those books. I just don't know where they are. But let's talk about this too. This one is The Philosophy and Opinions of Marcus Garvey. This is also a book again that also opened my mind or introduced me to Marcus Garvey as a person, his story, you know, what it meant to be a Pan-Africanist. He made me fall in love with Pan-Africanism, if anything, right? And really loved this book. It's not his autobiography or anything. This is just his philosophy and opinions. I'm still to read his actual books. But man, this book, guys, this book, and it's not even a thick book. If you just read this book, my darling, it will do wonders. It did wonders for me. So yeah, the other book that I read that I liked, Who Moved My Cheese and Poor Dad Rich Dad. I read those two books. No, the Poor Dad, Rich Dad, I read it when I was very young, early in my 20s. Who Moved My Cheese, I think in my 30s, early 30s, that's when I read the books. These are just the books that I wanted to share with you guys. Some of the books that I've read. Guys, I've read so many books. Like I say, I'm not going to share all the books that I read here. I'm just sharing this with you guys. I don't do reviews. I don't like doing book reviews. I just wanted to share with you guys what I have read. Maybe in future going forward, I'll just do a small segment, little short clips of what I'm currently reading, and why I would recommend that maybe you should try read out that book. I don't do book reviews. I'm not good with book reviews. All right, and yeah, guys, that's it. So that's the end of the video. Please let me know if you enjoyed this video and if you think that you would like this type of segment on my channel. Let me know in the comment section down below, and let's chat about it more in the comment section. And if you've watched up until this far, thank you so much. Please make sure that you give this video a big thumbs up. Like the video, click like. It definitely does help my channel to grow. And to my oldies, thank you so much, you guys, for your love, your loyalty, your support, and everything else in between. If you're new in the channel, please make sure that you don't leave without subscribing to the channel and join the Naizagang family, okay? The cool family. And to everyone, please remember to share this video on your socials with your friends, abomalume, abomkhulu, abogogo, and everybody else. Do interact with me in the comment section down below. I definitely do interact back. And yeah, guys, I will see you guys on my next video. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. See you soon. Bye. Bye, guys.